Hello everybody, happy Wednesday. I love you, sending you a big virtual hug wherever you are on the earth plane right now. I wanted to do a video on the quantum field and how we are ascending from a 3D state to a 5D state and how that's even possible. What does it look like? And because I think a lot of people have this notion that when you start moving into a 5D field, 5D dimensional field, 5D consciousness, that you separate, you exit the 3D, you exit your family and friends, and there's all these ideas out there of, well, what does this mean, right? When I move into 5D consciousness, am I going to be experiencing a completely different world? And the answer is no. So this is how it works, okay? Everything is in this now moment, and we don't separate, depart, leave, or exit anything. It's all right here, right now. That's the quantum field. So let me describe this or explain this. We all have physical bodies, and the physical body is holding a frequency. It's holding many frequencies, but there is a baseline frequency, an average. And that average frequency is different every day, but it's the frequency that your body is anchored in that now moment. And that frequency pulses out a vibration from your body. And that vibration that it's pulsing out creates your reality. It's what allows you to, it's the lens you use to see, to feel, to respond, to react, to be. As you ascend, which means as your body starts to hold higher frequencies, which means you start to be in higher states of consciousness, that average begins to increase. And so your body begins to send out a frequency that's higher. And so your reality changes, it shifts. The way you respond, the way you react, the way you see, feel, hear, even physically, all your senses start to shift. You start seeing things differently, more vibrant. You start hearing things more, you can it's like your ears are piercing. You can hear sounds you've never heard before, right? Your taste buds are shifting. The relationships are changing in your life. The way you respond and react is changing. You're not triggered anymore, right? So as that baseline frequency in your body begins to increase, your reality changes because the vibrational pulse is increasing. This is natural. This is how ascension or ascending works. Now, here's what's so beautiful. You don't go anywhere. You're still walking out the same house. You're still getting into the same car, going to the same grocery store, hanging out at the same parks as everybody else. But because your body is anchored in higher frequencies, it's pulsing out a vibration that is of a higher state of consciousness than perhaps other people at the park. Your reality is reflected in that vibration. So you are going to see things a little bit differently. The colors might be brighter. You may be able to feel into a bird completely differently than an individual standing next to you that's holding a lower frequency, pulsing out a lower vibrational pulse, creating a reality that is different than your reality. They may or may not see that bird. They may hear that bird or not hear that bird. Their response and reaction to the bird may be different. They may see an argument the way you see an argument happening at the park, but their response is different than your response. They may get agitated and angry, and you may just find yourself watching it with love. This is how we are able to ascend in this now moment, never leaving this now. This is the quantum field. Every human body holds a base frequency pulsing out a vibration. And no matter what that base frequency is and that vibrational pulse is, we're all standing on the same earth plane. We're all standing on the same physical plane. Ascension happens on this physical plane. We do not leave this physical plane. We are stepping into higher dimensional fields and accessing them right here, right now, while others right next to us may or may not be in the same now moment. For instance, you may be walking down a path with a friend of yours that may not be in the same frequency as you are. There's no right or wrong about this. We're all ascending and shifting. But let's just say it's a friend that may not be as actively and consciously ascending as you. So your vibrational frequency is in a higher rate than your friends. And as you're walking, your heart is more open, you're in more joy. You're noticing the green of the trees. You're hearing sounds that you just can't believe, right? You're smelling things that are unbelievable. You're just in this high feeling, right? Your friend may not be experiencing that at all. They may not be able to necessarily feel that frequency, smell that stuff, or if they do, it's no big deal. They don't care. Their experience and their reality on the same path is different. That is how 3D and 5D exists in the now. And this is a very slow process. So we are slowly moving into these higher states, into these 5D fields, these 5D consciousnesses, very slowly. And so it's about noticing how you're seeing things, how you're hearing things, how you're tasting things, how your body is, how your reactions are, your triggers are. Notice that, because that's going to show you how far you've come or where your vibrational pulse is at. And again, every day is different. There's no such thing as a stagnant frequency that stays the same in every now moment throughout your days. Right? So today I may be at a really high kind of base rate frequency, average. And tomorrow it may be down a little bit. Maybe I'm processing some denser consciousnesses. I don't know, maybe who knows what it is, right? And then the next day, my medium, my average frequency may be up a little bit. So whatever that average frequency is, that's going to dictate the vibrational pulse that's going out from your body, and it's going to dictate your frequency, which is why some days you're in so much joy and love, and other days you're like, screw off, don't talk to me, right? It's the average frequency of your body pulsing out. So this is the quantum field. A human body can be standing in a 3D field, and a human body can be standing in and tapping into a 5D field at the exact same time. You don't go anywhere. You are just experiencing the exact same physical reality from a different lens. And that is how we ascend. And so we aren't going anywhere. It's all happening right here, right now. And the more of us that begin to hold these higher states of consciousness, tapping into 5D consciousness, holding 5D consciousness in our bodies, the more we're going to be experiencing it over and over and over. And as we do that, the humans that are still in these lower consciousnesses, no right or wrong, lower frequencies, no right or wrong, just is, they begin to feel it, tap into it, and start to step into it as well. Quantum. Easy. Hope this made sense. This is how we do it. This is it. This is Ascension. I love you. And I hope that was useful. Have a beautiful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. Mwah.